Okay, so this is just a little extra video where I wanted to show some stuff that I missed before we escape Raccoon City. There have been some places that I didn't check, and some stuff that I didn't show off as much as I wanted to. For example, after you leave Raccoon Police Department and night falls on the city, things change in the opening places of the game. And I didn't show it off properly, so I decided to just run in a different playthrough and show what happens if you do. In this playthrough, I must add, I actually killed absolutely every enemy in all the locations, so all the enemies that you see are new, they respawned. In here, as you can hear already, you have zombies instead of crows like I had in my main video. So there's a random element to it as well. You don't really need to see any of that, you just basically can go and grab some stuff at Darius and open this thing to grab some grenade rounds, and that's it. But if you really want to, if you explore all the other places, you can see some interesting changes. In most places it's just new enemies. Like, Bar didn't have any enemies at first, now it has quite a lot. Wasn't enough, I'm not going to bother. But some other places, like the area I'm going to run into right now, actually changed visually. They have new background stuff that is different, or even some navigation changes. So from this angle it doesn't seem like much has changed. But in here you can see that there are new dead bodies on the streets. More dead bodies, and the special room that was sealed on PC version and is locked on PlayStation 1 version, I was mentioning before, is actually completely sealed now with a dead body in front of the door. So if you don't unlock it on PlayStation before this time, you can't unlock it now. And you can see that actually the interior of the shop is a bit different as well, which is weird. But yeah, as you can see, you can't actually go up here anymore, because the fire entrance ladder has ascended, so you can't go up. If you had any of the green herbs left, they're gone, you can't take them anymore. The girl survivor that we saw actually cannot be saved, no matter what you do, as you will see soon. First I wanted to run through the alley where we first met Brad. There are new enemies, and some camera angles just look a bit different. But it doesn't have anything new actually, just the same stuff. Few things become more noticeable, like parts that you can check for some extra background text. They're kind of harder to see during the earlier parts of the game. But gameplay wise, this is just a waste of time and ammo, really. You don't need to come here at all. Like this thing, I think you can actually check it during the earlier part, but it's a bit harder, while here you see the poster much clearer and can check it. yeah, other than that, it's absolutely same. Interesting thing is that in this location where we find this girl survivor, if you kill all the enemies from the start of the game, and I did in this playthrough, then you will hear right now. She's already dead. Usually if you go from this side and some enemies are still alive, you just don't trigger her, you don't see her running away from zombies, but you won't trigger her being dead yet. But when everyone has been killed, that's it, she's just dead. There's absolutely no way to save her at all. Same goes for Dario. When you return to Dario after the night falls on Raccoon City, he's just dead and being eaten. You can't do anything about it. It's kind of interesting that despite the fact that you can return here almost immediately, the game, as you can see by the file numbers, kind of wants you to do it later after you go back with the fire hose. Also, there's a zombie that can jump out. I couldn't trigger it in the first playthrough, so I'll just splice the visuals of what happens when he bursts out right about here. Oh, first check this. So, yeah, well, this is what happens. And as usual, when a zombie bursts out, you can check the car, and there's some extra stuff in it. In this case, it's gunpowder B. But anyway, let's go forward and let's see if we missed anything else during our first visit in these parts. Oh, and as you will see, if you don't kill off the zombie, even the crawling zombie, the first time around, he's still there. You can still kill him. But he doesn't disappear. This is a big thing that I missed. So far we've seen Umbrella make people look dead. So there's that. There's also one ink ribbon that I've missed that's hidden in the garbage of all the places. If you check right here, you find it. But other than that, there's nothing else different really. Also, zombies almost always try to barf at you if you're at a lower level than they are, like on stairs. But that's it for like the main visit. Let's see what the alternative voltage puzzle thing is. The visuals look a bit weird, that's because this is recorded from PlayStation 1 version of the game. I've opened both doors, but still you can hear the solution correct sound. Also, there are some unique exploding things, in this case, 2 lights. I honestly never noticed them before doing this Let's Play, so they're just here and you can use them, I guess.
I'll check over there.
What happens if we check over where Nikolai is checking? He has just like a small animation cycle where he checks stuff, but you cannot actually interact with him at all. Trying to do any action near him either does nothing or just does the same action it would do if you try to do stuff in that place, as you will see now. Like, usually it's soaked with machine oil. Check. But you can do some funny stuff. check his butt. Or check inside of him. But other than that, he just seemingly explodes and that's it. And this is what happens if you return to the restaurant after the main stuff has been done. It has new music, but nothing else has changed in it actually. No enemies, nothing. And since the basement was flooded, you can't go back, it just says that there's a water level. And that's it, there's just a few more stuff like the lore, the messages that I managed to miss despite trying. Sometimes you miss the messages like this, even if you try to check in the place where it should be just because you're running or your angle is a bit different and not correct. It's a bit weird. Usually you just need to walk if you want to have the correct check for these messages. And the music I used for this part is something that you, I believe, never actually hear in the PC version of the game. It's only playing in PlayStation version of the game. But we will look into the differences between the different ports of the game later. But for now, thanks for watching, and I'll try to miss less stuff in the future.